Welcome to Overalls and Alibis, true crime and mysteries with a touch of country charm. Grab a rocking chair and listen closely, cause you'll never hear us repeating gossip. So you better listen close the first time. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Ooh, we are going to be taking a look at this case I have been following very closely, the baby Emmanuel Haro case. And we're going to go through some of the timelines. We're going to be going to Crime Timelines website, which is a wonderful website. I'm going to link it in the show description for you guys. It's a great place to quickly um, see what's going on. And we're going to take a look at that and maybe check out some videos and see if we can just talk about what's going on. This is a very odd case. It's a very disturbing case. Um, so yeah, we're gonna jump right into it now. I am having throat issues today, and I keep coughing, so I'm gonna have to be muting. So I'm gonna have, excuse me, it is starting already. I am gonna get someone to help me out a little bit. So let me first get onto this, bring this screen up. It doesn't show. Okay, this is CrimeTimelines.com. It's actually not, doesn't show it. So I'm going to try to keep that up and we'll go through some of it. You can see now some of the stories are inconsistent. One report said he was cross-eyed and the other report said he has one lazy eye. But precious little 7-month-old baby. So, like I said, with my throat, I'm going to get some help to go over these timelines and to read it for us. So, we're going to have Miss Walker is going to read this for me. So, thank you, Miss Walker. So, we're going to have, okay. Is it? So, now let's find Miss Walker. There we go. And I can still stay on there. I don't know why I keep disappearing. But I want Miss Walker to be on top. So, all right. Well, maybe I can't stay on screen while Miss Walker's talking. We will see. um. Okay. So I'm gonna let her walk us through this timeline, and then we'll talk about the inconsistencies. So, okay, let's get started. I'm gonna mute and let her talk.
The search for baby Emmanuel Haro. August 14th, 2025, 5:30 p.m. Family meets Jake's ex and her boyfriend at the park. 6 p.m. Football game practice. 7 p.m. Rebecca leaves the park to buy a mouthguard at a nearby store. 7:30 p.m. Rebecca arrives at the store. She says she smelled a dirty diaper, started changing it, then recounts different versions of what happened next. Someone said Ola. She either did not turn, did turn, or only saw white, claimed she was struck in the head, blacked out, woke up with a black eye, and Emmanuel was gone. She ran into Big Five Sporting Goods asking if anyone saw her baby or someone with a baby. Returned to her vehicle to retrieve her phone and called 911. 7:41 p.m. Police are called. 7:47 p.m., deputies in Ukaipa were dispatched to a retail business after Rebecca Haro reported that while she stood outside her vehicle changing her child's diaper, she was physically assaulted by an unknown male and rendered unconscious. When she awoke, her 7-month-old infant, Emmanuel Haro, was gone. Deputies and K-9 units from San Bernardino and Riverside counties responded and began an extensive search. Emmanuel was not located. 8 p.m., Jake realizes Rebecca hasn't returned. He calls her, learns what happened, and gets a ride to Big Five with his ex-girlfriend, her boyfriend, and at least 4 kids. 1:30 a.m.
Forgot to unmute, sorry. Before we move forward, I wanna some of these things already make no sense. See if you're following me here. Okay. The family meets at the ballpark at 5:30. 6 o'clock, practice. 7, she leaves to go buy the mouth guard. That's an hour. 6 to 7, an hour. She says in her statement that when they arrived, they realized he had forgotten his mouth guard, and so she went to get it. If if they realized it when they first got there at the beginning of practice at 6 p.m., why did it take an hour for her to go and get it? That's one thing to me that doesn't make sense. Okay, and then if you just scroll on down, the next thing that makes no sense to me, 8 p.m., Jake realizes she hasn't returned. Okay, if she had to run and get a mouth guard he needed for practice, and practice is over, because didn't they say it lasted from 6 to 8? I thought read that somewhere. But, okay, if you leave at 7, which still an hour makes no sense to me, but let's say it is. She leaves at 7. They say this thing is like 20 minutes down the road, the store. And she's not back by 7:30, I'd be calling. He waits till 8 to call to find out what's going on. And why has she not called? Oh my gosh. If you were attacked and your child was taken, call 911 and then I would call my significant other immediately. There wouldn't be this much of a time gap. Okay. So, yeah, that's to me is very odd. Very odd. Okay, now then we're going to go back to, let's see, now we are going to start the timeline now from the 15th, and we're going to get Miss Walker to help us again. Okay, here we go.
Police update. This is an active investigation, and we are seeking the public's help in locating the child. He was last seen wearing a black Nike onesie. He weighs about 21 pounds, is approximately 24 inches tall, has brown hair, brown eyes, and is cross eyed. Rebecca Haro said they had been in Ukaipa at a football stadium with her children who play youth football. She said she had to go to a Big Five store to buy a mouth guard for her stepson. When she arrived in the parking lot, she said she realized the baby's diaper needed to be changed. So she laid him down in the back of her truck when she was attacked from behind. I got him out of the car seat and I laid him down so I can get his diaper ready. All I remember, I saw white. I fell on the floor, and as soon as I got up, I couldn't find my son. I checked all around my truck, and I ran into Big Five, and I asked the lady if she saw a baby or someone with a baby. She said, no, he's a happy boy. Rebecca Haro said, he was a healthy baby. He was crawling, he was kicking, he was playing with his toys. Whoever took our son, please give him back, the baby's father, Jake Haro, told ABC7. Emmanuel Haro weighs about 21 pounds, is approximately 24 inches tall, has brown hair, brown eyes, and is cross-eyed, authorities said. He was last seen wearing a black Nike onesie. 12:56 p.m. Update. Investigators from our Specialized Investigations Division are continuing to investigate the reported kidnapping of a 7-month-old after the child's mother reported being attacked outside a retail store on Ukaipa Boulevard last night. K9 scent tracking dogs were deployed, but the child was not located. 10:12 p.m., Investigators continue their search for the 7-month-old baby boy who was reportedly kidnapped last night in Yucaipa. The child has not been found, and our investigators will continue to work on this case to locate the child. Update. Based on the circumstances, Sheriff's Specialized Investigations Division responded and assisted with the investigation. Investigators interviewed multiple individuals, including Emmanuel's parents, Jake and Rebecca Haro. During those interviews, Rebecca was confronted with inconsistencies in her initial statement and declined to continue with the interview. At this point in the investigation, investigators are unable to rule out foul play in the disappearance of Emmanuel. 12:22 p.m., Emmanuel's grandmother, Mary Bushausen, tells KTLA that the couple loves their son and wouldn't do anything to hurt him. She also says police asked Rebecca to take a lie detector test, but Jake refused until they had a lawyer. Rebecca receives a death threats, and her 2-year-old was removed from home.
Okay, so that's a lot. Let's see. So the police pretty much started calling her on some of the inconsistencies of her story, and she stopped talking. And they both refused lie detector test. Okay, so now we're going to go over the inconsistencies. And let's see. Let's get some Miss Walker's help again.
Inconsistencies. Rebecca Haro of Cabazon initially told San Bernardino County Sheriff's investigators that she was changing the baby's diaper by her vehicle Thursday night, August 14, outside a Big Five store in Yucaipa when she was assaulted and knocked unconscious by an unknown male. When she awoke, the child was gone. She said she had to go to the Big Five store to buy a mouth guard for her stepson. When she arrived in the parking lot, she said she realized the baby's diaper needed to be changed. So she laid him down in the back of her truck when she was attacked from behind. I noticed the smell from my baby, so I wanted to change him before going into the store, she said. I took him out of the car seat and I laid him on the chair. I had his diapers here, and someone said, Ola, I couldn't turn and I don't remember nothing. I got up from the floor and didn't see my child. Someone took him from me. I got him out of the car seat and I laid him down so I can get his diaper ready. All I remember, I saw white. I fell on the floor. And as soon as I got up, I couldn't find my son. I checked all around my truck and I ran into Big Five and I asked the lady if she saw a baby or someone with a baby. She said, no, he's a happy boy. Rebecca Haro said, he was a healthy baby. He was crawling. He was kicking. He was playing with his toys. Whoever took our son, please give him back, the baby's father, Jake Haro, told ABC7. Emmanuel Haro weighs about 21 pounds, is approximately 24 inches tall, has brown hair, brown eyes, and is cross-eyed, authorities said. He was last seen wearing a black Nike onesie.
Okay, I don't know about you guys, but there's some things here that bother me when you're looking at the inconsistencies that the police have been pointing out. Okay. I mean, I understand when you're really stressed out and things going on, you could definitely recall things differently or tell it a little different, remember it a little bit, especially if you had been hit in the head. I can totally understand that. But it's just some things that doesn't make sense. Well, first, she keeps calling it a truck. But most people, I think, have the believe it's an SUV because it wouldn't make sense to be changing a baby in the back of the bed of a truck. That wouldn't make sense. So it's probably an SUV because some people do call those trucks. So, yes, maybe. Okay. But the other thing that really stood out to me is some of her wording. And let me know what you think about this. But when she says, I fell on the floor, she didn't say the ground, the parking lot. Uh, she fell on the floor. That is really odd. And let me see where it was. She said something, yes, right here on number 3. I noticed the smell from my baby. I wanted to change him before going in the store. I took him out of the car seat and I laid him on the chair. Have you ever heard anyone refer to a seat in a vehicle as a chair? So she mentions the chair and then she says she got up from the floor. To me, that is just so odd. I can't help but think that, and I'm just speculating here, my opinion, don't take it as fact, just speculation, theories, but it's almost as if subconsciously she's trying to tell the truth. But the truth isn't what the story that she's trying to tell. But it maybe the truth has something to do with a chair and the floor. Think about it. And the bruise. I know many people have talked about that this bruise is not doesn't look like it could have come from that day. It's an earlier bruise. What if? I don't want to go too far here, but what if something had happened a couple of days earlier where she got the bruise, maybe was hit, fell out of a chair onto the floor and woke up and something and the baby had been hurt. Let's just say. And this could be a cover story to try to cover for that. I don't know. I don't even my brain doesn't even wanna go in those dark places, but, I'm just praying for the truth to come out, but I'm telling you, those 2 things really stuck in my head, the floor and the chair. Doesn't make sense when you're talking about a vehicle in a parking lot. It just doesn't make sense. But, I don't know, what do you guys think? Have you thought about that? Did it stick out to you, those things? Okay, we just got a little update left here. We're gonna go ahead and go let Miss Walker finish.
August 17th, 2025. Investigators remain focused on inconsistencies in Rebecca's story and allegations about Jake's past, though no official suspects are named. 7:30 p.m. candlelight vigil was held on Sunday night for 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro, who has been missing since Thursday. 9 p.m. We appreciate the community's patience as this investigation continues. Investigators are still searching for 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro, who was reportedly kidnapped Thursday in Ukaipa. August 18th, 2025, 6 p.m. update. The investigation into the disappearance of 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro is continuing. During the last few days, investigators have conducted extensive searches in Ukaipa and Cabazon looking for Emmanuel and any evidence that might lead to his location and circumstances surrounding his disappearance. Investigators have served several search warrants at the Harrow home and utilized K9S to aid in the investigation. Additionally, a large amount of surveillance video has been obtained from areas of interest and are being reviewed.
Okay, thank you, Miss Walker. I really appreciate you doing that for me. Okay, so I'm going to take that off here and we're gonna switch over. I'm gonna look at there are some TikToks. See if I can get this tab to share. Okay, some of these click here it is. All right. Jake's sister deleted this video.
Aunt, Emmanuel Haro. Some of
Can
you
you
may
hear it?
know about what's going on. He was abducted last night at in front of the Big Five. Now there are stories going around that some of you have fabricated, and I'm just on here just to tell you guys what transpired. So my sister-in-law and my brother, they were at my older nephew's football practice, and he needed a new mouth guard. So instead of taking everybody, my sister-in-law opted to go, and she only took the baby, which is Emmanuel. And when she got there, she realized the baby had went to the bathroom in his diaper. So as any mom would, which is crazy because a lot of you women are judging her for even changing a baby's diaper in the car, which is mind-boggling, because if there's no bathroom, you're gonna do what you have to do to take care of your child one way or another. She's a great mother, so everything you guys are saying about her, first of all, you don't know her, and show some compassion. Like, she just had her son taken from her. And also, back to what I was saying, so she realized that he had went to the bathroom on himself. Of course, he's a baby. And she laid him down in the back. Her back was turned. She was about to change him. She was getting everything prepared. And she felt like a tap on her shoulder. She turned around, and all she heard was "Hola." And before she could even see this person, acknowledge this person, whatever the case may be, he socked her in the face, and she ended up blacking out. He knocked her out, and she fell to the floor. And next thing you know, as she came to, she woke up. She was looking around for the baby. The baby was gone. She started panicking, screaming, crying. She called the police. She ran into Big Five to see if they had cameras outside or if anybody had witnessed anything. And nobody apparently didn't see anything. And then there's no cameras outside. We're so baffled because how are there no cameras outside? Like, in cases like this, like, what are people supposed to do? Sorry. So after that, my brother told me that he had realized that his wife wasn't back, because by that time it was already 8 o'clock and she had left around 7. And he said that he ended up calling her, and she picked up the phone and she was hysterical, and he couldn't even understand her. So the police had took the phone from her and told my brother what had transpired. And he had his ex-wife there because, you know, they had a son together, and his ex-wife and her boyfriend ended up driving my brother to Big Five. And ever since then, we've been looking for Emmanuel. We've been giving out flyers. People came out, prayed for us, prayed for Emmanuel. It's been a very hard time for our family. I haven't slept. My brother hasn't slept. We just want him back. And there is a lot of discussion on whether my nephew is special needs. He is late in development, but as far as we know, the doctors say that he's in great health. He's fine. He just has a lazy eye, and that made him more beautiful than anybody I knew, because I loved him so much. It didn't matter what he looked like. And I know he's gonna come back to us, and with your continued prayers and your you uplifting us, I know he'll come back, and whoever took him here, I can't even say what you are on this app, but just give him back. He needs his family. And,
Okay, I'm going to try to make this bigger so you guys can actually read along with me. Okay, this is on X. This is SF Investigates, and he's made some posts. And here is let's see. These are some charges involving missing baby Emmanuel Farrow's father, Jake Farrow. Is it Farrow or Farrow? Not sure. Okay, he was convicted in 2023 of willful child cruelty and is currently awaiting trial on charges of felony possession of firearm. Felon in possession of firearm, stemming from a June 2024 arrest, and he's on probation. Now, is it just me, or is that odd for someone who was convicted of a child cruelty being allowed to still live with children while they're on probation? That seems really odd to me. Let's see. And also, the 2023 conviction means law enforcement does not need a warrant to search his property or his belongings as a condition of probation. But do remember hearing that they said they did um, execute several search warrants. So I think they went ahead and got the search warrants anyway. But here is the documents. Let's see if that is not showing the whole thing. Let's see. I can't move it over either. Ugh. One of these days I'm gonna figure this stuff out. But it probably ain't gonna be today. Okay, we're gonna just slowly scroll through this. This is his case. Let's see. Felony complaint. Oh, it's not, it doesn't scroll. Okay, that's all it is. Yeah, down here at the bottom you see willful child cruelty. Lord have mercy. So he's on probation, and he has another one here. And this, I believe, is for having a firearm, since he's an active felon and he has a firearm. So, did is the probation on the firearm charge or the child cruelty charge? Yeah. Okay, so I'm confused in that I thought if you got another charge while you were on probation, it voided your probation. Is that wrong? Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, now I've got to redo this again. Let's see if we can get this back on. All right, here's something he posted about her bruise. I'm gonna try to. It's weird because I have to go to another page to scroll. Okay, here he says, even if she's wearing makeup, the bruising appears to be breaking up and dissipating more like you would expect to see in a 5+ day range post injury. So he is inferring that this didn't happen on the day that she reported that she got socked in the face, according to the sister-in-law. That this is an older bruise. So let's see what else he puts out here. Let's see. He's going to be in Kabazan and drone imaging large areas of the desert, looking for freshly disturbed ground or tire prints that seem out of place. So he's going to be investigating on this. And here we have, now this This is so weird. I mean, the child abuse charges, or whatever it was called, was on the father. But now this story right here is about the mother's brother. The mother's brother is actually been convicted of first-degree murder for shooting his girlfriend in the center of her forehead in a bathtub and trying to stage it as a suicide. So, we've got some crazy stuff on both sides of this family, some very disturbing things on both sides of this family. But the mother, the grandmother, mother of of this guy here, and the mother of Rebecca has posted about she believes her son is innocent, and she is supporting Rebecca as well. Um, so interesting. Hmm. Well, guys, what do you think? What's everybody? What is the word on the street? What's everybody talking about?
We have another
Let's see.
alleged employee saying, Big Five worker here. She had the black eye prior to the incident. A manager did her DV duty of care and asked her if she was okay, and she happily said she walked into a wall and had a laugh. Also, no baby with her. Obviously, when she's asked about the DV situation and said that she ran into a wall, she could have been lying. But as I shared in my previous video, I had a source reach out to me and say that she saw Rebecca with her daughter the night prior to the incident and that Rebecca had already had this black eye. So this is now two alleged sources confirming this black eye was not from August 14th.
It's not anything. It doesn't look like there's anything really new. Let's see what this
I
is.
got him out of the car seat and I laid him down and so I could get his diapers ready. And somebody said, Hola, and that's all I remember. And I saw white. And a hearing sound, I fell on the floor and I said, as I got up, I couldn't find my son. I checked all around my truck and I ran into Big Five and I asked the lady if she saw a baby or someone with a baby. She said no. It was a happy boy. He smiled. Mackenzie loved to kiss him.
It was a healthy baby. It was
Notice they're
crawling,
both using
kicking.
past
It
tense.
was
He
playing
was
with
a happy
toys.
baby.
Whoever took our son, please give him back.
So they're not. So now I'm on here twice. I'm covering myself up. All right, guys. So that's all I have found so far. I'm going to keep looking. And if y'all find out more information, let me know. Because I'm really interested in following this case all the way through and that praying that the truth would come out, because I don't think it's going to be good. It's hard to pray for the safe return when all the signs are that that's not what's going to happen. Just like at the prayer vigil, they said they were praying for justice for Emmanuel. So maybe let's pray for the truth to come out and justice for this baby. All right, guys, I'm going to head off here because my throat is about to give out. Thank you so much for watching today, and I will see if I can find my outro. All right, bye, guys.